from any of these MPs, whatever they say their policies are, because that's what they're asking us to do. They're not asking us to save our children. They're not asking us to, save the NHS. They may be making those promises. They're never going to fulfill those promises, even if you do vote for them. All that's going to happen is you're going to appoint them to represent you in Parliament, and they will join about however many other 300, 500 other candidates, representatives in a Parliament, and he will or she will sometimes vote on laws that are passed or rejected, either voting yay or nay, yes or no, usually along with the party if he belongs to one of the parties. And he will probably not even have much of an impact on his own. And the Muslims cannot really impact more than a few constituencies anyway with the Muslim vote, even if they all voted in the same direction, which is which is strange. This whole idea of tactical votes is not even honest. It's not even democratic in any way. Nobody could really sort of explain why this type of tactical voting or protest voting would actually even make a system work. But anyway, that's beside the point. Those MPs, they're not asking you, they're not saying to you, if you vote for me, you will save your children. It's not the case. You could vote for your MPs on July, and LGTVs will still be taught in the schools. I know it's not called LGTVs. They'll still be taught in the schools next year. In fact, the funny thing is, the only government that's now talking about stopping LGBT being introduced into schools is the Conservatives. And they're the ones who got us in this mess in the first place. They're probably the worst out of all of them. So even the idea of we are voting for this candidate to save our children from a long death, it doesn't work. It's not real. This is not a real imminent threat. You're not under duress. The two are not comparable at all. You cannot not start committing sins on the basis of this theoretical long-term threat that you're thinking of. What you can do is what Allah suggests you do. Is if you're living in this country and it's affecting your iman and your children's iman and it's making you fall into sins and corrupting your beliefs and your aqidah and leading you to kufr or even committing sins, not kufr, then you should make hijrah and leave and go to live in another country. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Nisa. When Allah says, when the angels will take the souls of those people who are oppressing themselves while they were living amongst the mushrikeen and the non-Muslims, they will say to them, what was your situation? What was your situation? They will say, Kunna musada'afina fil ard. So we were weak and oppressed in the earth with living between these people. So the angel will say to them, was the earth, the world of Allah, was it not wide enough for you to make hijrah and find somewhere else to live?